I'm Anil Kumar, and here is an interesting question for my grade 9 students. We're kind of reviewing line, and we will lay more emphasis on intercepts and slope this time. Solve 0.3a plus 0.6b equals to 2.4 for a. So that's the equation given to you. You need to solve for a. Part B is, what are the intercepts and slope of the graph? If you graph this equation, what is going to be the slope and what is going to be the intercept? And C is, graph the equation. So you need to do all this for the given equation. You can pause the video, answer, and then look into my suggestion. Okay, so we are given equation of a line which is 0.3a plus 0.6b equals to 2.4. We need to isolate this equation for variable a, right? So when we are trying to isolate in terms of a, then we are trying to say that a is dependent on b. So b is our independent variable in this case. That is to say that you can also look into it as if when you graph it, in that case, a is dependent on b means b will be on x-axis, a will be on y-axis, right? And all the intercepts, we'll call them as b-intercept for x-intercept and a-intercept for y-intercept, right? So I've brought all these things together right in the very beginning so that you can understand and appreciate the question better. At this stage, you can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my solution, okay? Let's continue. So let us first isolate for a. 0.3a plus 0.6b equals to 2.4. So we'll take away 0.6b from both the sides, correct? You get what? You get 0.3a equals to minus 0.6b plus 2.4. Next step is divide by 0.3. So let me write this time separately. Divide by 0.3 equals to minus 0.6 divided by 0.3 plus 2.4 divided by 0.3. So that gives us a equals to minus 2b, and that goes 8 times. Correct. So a equals to minus 2b plus 8 is your equation where b is independent and a is dependent, right? Now, so we have done the first part, correct? So that is the first part for us. Now let's look into the second part of the equation, which is what are the intercepts and slope of the graph? Now, for slope, this is the best equation to go by. So we can say slope is minus 2. Now, of course, we are treating b as the independent variable and a as the dependent for this situation. We can say y-intercept is 8, right? So y-intercept is 8, that means 0, 8. Is it okay? So the graph has a y-intercept of 8. However, we have still to find the x-intercept, or I should actually say a-intercept, right? So I should say b-intercept, right? So let's find the intercepts from the original equation. So we'll say a-intercept and b-intercept, okay? A-intercept means b equals to 0, b-intercept means a equals to 0, and the equation which we are going to use is the original equation, 0.3a plus 0.6b equals to 2.4. So to find a-intercept, let me divide this sheet in two parts. Okay. To find the a-intercept, I'll substitute b as 0. So I get what? I get 0.3a equals to 2.4, or a equals to 2.4 divided by 0.3. So that means it is equals to 8. Perfect. So that is the value of a-intercept. A is treated as y. So I'll write this as 0, 8. Now let's look into b-intercept. Okay, so the b-intercept is when a is 0 in this equation. So that gives us 0.6b equals to 2.4, or b is equals to 2.4 divided by 0.6. So 24 divided by 6, which is 4. So the b-intercept, which is along the x-axis, is 4. So I'll write 4 first. Do you understand? So that is how I can write b-intercept. So we know all our intercepts. We also know slopes. There is a slope for us, correct? And these are the intercepts. Perfect. Now we're done 2. Let us look into graphing. So what we are saying is we are going to utilize the equation which we developed, which is this equation. Okay. Let me write here. A equals to minus 2b plus 8. Now, we know A-intercept is along this axis since A is dependent on B, which is 8 for us. Let's say this is 2. Let's say this is 4. This is 8. Let's have divisions of 4 and 8. This is 4. This is 8. Since I'm running out of space. So, A-intercept is 8. That is the 1. B-intercept is 4. This is the 1. Joining these two, I get my line. Do you see that? So that is how I can sketch a line. You could also use slope and intercept form, that is to say, the A-intercept is 8, start at 8, slope is minus 2, right? Minus 2 means you can go down by 2 units, 1, 2, and 1 on the right, correct? It could be sets of 4, sets of 8, even 1, it works, right? And this is your b-intercept. That's the scale, right? So this is 4, this is 8. So that is how you can answer this question. Important thing here for you to understand is that always the equation may not have x and y as the variables. It could be a, b, or something else. In that case, once you know equation in terms of one variable, how the other one is related, you know which one is independent and which one is dependent. Independent variable will go along the x-axis, dependent along the y-axis, and then you can graph your line using either slope-intercept form or the intercepts. I hope that helps you to review the concepts learned in linear equations. Thank you and all the best.